Hello, I'm Mario, and today's video is, well, I just want to catch you guys up with what's been going on lately. In some of my previous videos, I explained that I had a hernia surgery scheduled, and well, that was about a month ago, July 12th, I had it scheduled. It did not happen. And what ended up happening was about a week before I had COVID, so they wouldn't let me have the surgery, and have COVID at the same time. So my surgery has been postponed. I don't have a new surgery date. And that's why I want to make this video, is just kind of explain how these current events have been impacting my life, because it wasn't but a couple months ago I was full-time RVing, and now that whole thing is basically been turned on its head. And so, yeah, I just want to kind of, maybe explain some of the things that I've been dealing with in order to, just manage life as life comes at me. And, so now what am I doing? Where am I staying? How am I taking care of things? And also wanted to, maybe towards the end of the video, definitely towards the end of the video, go ahead and explain my most recent COVID experience with everybody. So in general, what's been going on is that I've been staying with friends and family. So when I first got into this area, into the San Francisco Bay Area, I was staying over at an RV park, and then I started having some medical issues. I was staying at the county fairgrounds, and because of the medical issues, I went ahead and, as I explained in some of my previous videos, I'm in a storage unit right now, but I put my RV into storage and then went over to the ER room, and my RV trailer, my GeoPro, that has been at the parking spot ever since. So I've been staying at friends and family. Currently, right now, what I'm doing is I'm house sitting for a friend. He and his wife are in Hawaii, so I'm going to pick them up from the airport this coming week. And yeah, it's Sunday now, so this next week I'm going to go and start staying back at my cousin's house. So I mentioned all of this, and I have kind of alluded to it previously, that moving around hasn't been so easy. The other thing I've been doing is I've also been staying at a hotel room. So I've been bouncing around between friends and family, staying at a hotel room, and I have not been staying in the RV. And here's what I've experienced, and I want to try to convey this, is that it is more convenient for me to stay in the RV. I have a desk that I can work at, get my work done. I can take a shower, I can cook food, I can sleep. The basics. I got my, it's my shelter and my way of getting all my other things taken care of, including work, including posting videos. And so it's been, it wasn't like a total surprise for me, but yeah, that's been something that I've been struggling with. So I wanted to kind of get that out there and kind of convey that message, that it hasn't been easy. It's kind of, it hasn't been kind of like the main reason for me being slightly depressed. And when I say depressed, I don't mean like depressed like I need to go see a head shrink and take medication because I have some chemical imbalance, I'm depressed. But depressed in that I've been procrastinating on certain things. So that's been one aspect. Obviously, I was scheduled to have surgery, and so that was kind of turning things upside down, and I was getting everything in order and planning on a schedule. Then COVID hit. I got COVID, I couldn't do the surgery, and then all of all of my expectations of getting the surgery, the hernia surgery, behind me was out the window. So that was another kind of like, blow. It kind of took the wind out of my sail, on that front. So I've been coping. I'm doing fine. I'm doing well, but I haven't. I've mentioned on this channel. My overarching goals is to go out, travel, and explore and do all those things, and I haven't been doing it. So those are kind of the main reasons why I haven't been posting lately. It's been a couple months literally since I've posted a video, and so I just wanted to just throw that out there, that it hasn't been easy, you know, just grabbing things like a toothbrush and soap and stuff and moving around, you know, into a hotel and into a bedroom at a friend's place and then into another bedroom at another place. That's been more of a chore than I thought. I thought I had practice at it, moving from my RV trailer to the Chevy Colorado, you know, doing like rooftop tent versus the travel trailer and having my little like overnight bag, so to speak. It hasn't been, the transitions haven't been as easy as I anticipated. So I don't know, for what it's worth, hopefully that's making some sort of sense. So now into the COVID thing. So yeah, so 2 years ago when COVID-19 started hitting the States, I believe I had COVID initially on the onset. In fact, that would have been March 11th, because I actually called up and said, hey, I'm not coming into work today. I don't feel good and I don't want to get you guys sick. I didn't call up going, hey, I think I got COVID. It was like, you know, I had flu symptoms and I just didn't want to go into the office and expose everybody. So that was early March, and nobody stateside had any concept as to, you know, that COVID was here. So I got sick. You know, within a week or whatever, I was feeling better, and I didn't think much of it. And so even afterwards, then it was like, hey, you know, we need to quarantine. Everybody needs to quarantine, stay at home, you know, because COVID is here. So that whole time I was thinking, hey, everything's fine. You know, I had the flu, but I didn't think I had COVID. Then fast forward another like 4 or 5, probably like 5, almost 6 months later, things started opening up again. I was going back out to restaurants and, you know, kind of everybody was trying to get back to normal. And I got sick again. And at that point I was thinking, hey, you know what, I think this could be COVID, but I was like, whatever, I'll just, you know, I'm sick. So I basically stayed at home, did the whole thing. So I believe I have had COVID twice before. And then this third time I had COVID for sure. I tested positive with the home kit, and also tested positive because actually I was like, so the morning that I knew for sure, the day I knew for sure that I had COVID, that morning I washed the truck. I was out running around doing errands. I started, you know, I had taken care of everything. I started eating a burger, literally had a glass of wine. I was like looking forward to opening this bottle of wine. Oh, the wine tasted great. But all of a sudden I wasn't really feeling so good. And I ended up taking my temperature. I had a fever of 103 degrees. And so I mention all of this because it's interesting how at the turn of events. That morning I went and had my COVID test pre-surgery. So I'm going to go to surgery and say, you know, as planned to do it in 4 or 5 days. So I needed to test for COVID before the surgery. So that morning I went and tested. And so that came back the next day as positive. And then I also took a home kit. But because I had what I thought was COVID twice before, I was looking, you know, I was going to take the test, the home kit, and I was like, I just knew it was going to be positive because I had the same symptoms, the same feelings as those other 2 times. So each of the 3 times the symptoms were the same. And people talk about loss of taste and that sort of thing. And that's why I was talking about the burger and the wine. I didn't have that. What I did have was extra sensitivity to things like cleaning supplies and cologne and, you know, cheap perfumes and those sorts of things. I don't like those, like, I don't know, the smells that a lot of these cleaners, you know, like house cleaners and perfumes and stuff. It kind of makes me nauseous. So I'm sensitive to that type of stuff. And that's the best way I can explain how the early symptoms for me were each of the 3 times. And, then obviously the other stuff, the fever and that sort of thing. So that day, it started hitting me. I was pretty bad. I was basically out of commission for a good 4 or 5 days. And, I didn't really want to do anything but lay down in bed for a good 3 days, or even like listening to the TV, not even watching TV, but just listening to the TV was uncomfortable. And I ended up getting something called a prescription called Paxlovid, and that's a 5-day course. So you take 2 pills twice a day for 5 days. And I think I have this stuff here, so it's I want to make sure I say it right. Yeah, so Paxlovid. And so the reason why I'm mentioning all of this is those pills, I've never taken any medication or anything before, because the other 2 times testing wasn't available for me, or medication wasn't available to me, when I was sick previously 2 years ago. And so for those 2 years, I haven't been sick at all. I've been feeling great as I've been out camping and being active and all that. But I took this Paxlovid, and it changed. Like as soon as I started taking it, then my taste went out the window. And it says that one of the side effects is, food's going to taste funny. But yeah, I took it, and then I brushed my teeth, and then it was just the nasty taste. I don't know how to explain it other than it was not good. And then I had no appetite. And so the whole time, for the whole 5 days, each of those 5 days, all I ate was 1 slice of toast. And I don't mean, or actually 1 slice of bread. And I don't mean that I just ate a slice of bread and that was good. I mean, like I took a small bite of bread and ate it, and so on and so forth. And before I got the prescription, I wasn't super hungry, it was flu, but I was able to eat eggs and stuff. So I don't know how much the Paxlovid impacted me as far as feeling symptoms, but on the 5th day, I can say that, the pills are supposed to last for 12 hours. You take it twice a day, the Paxlovid. And when I took the last dose, about 10 hours later, I started eating. I was like, oh man, I started getting my hunger back and my appetite back and that sort of thing. And it was like clockwork. So would I take the Paxlovid again? Yeah, that's, they say hindsight's 20/20. I don't understand what the Paxlovid was supposed to do for me mechanically. I know that, on the cover, at face value, layman's terms, the idea is you take the Paxlovid so that people that are in a higher risk group are not susceptible to getting the same amount of lung damage, or hopefully any long-term impacts, and hopefully it'll keep me out of getting or requiring severe medical care. So there's no way for me to know if in fact it did that for me. So would I take it again? Yes, I would take the Paxlovid again if the doctors prescribed it to me. And so I wanted to kind of say that because I don't want people to think that I'm just here saying, oh, the Paxlovid was horrible, and so I'm not trying to influence others on how to manage their life, or I'm not giving advice for medical care. I'm just trying to share my experience that, man, I didn't enjoy taking the Paxlovid. That's the message really that I was trying to convey there. And so, yeah, I would, if I was prescribed it again, I would go through that process, but it was not fun. Oh my gosh. So at any rate, that's kind of the whole story there. I wanted to let everybody know that I am doing good. I don't have a date, an appointment for my surgery, for the hernia surgery yet. So that really puts the camping thing, I don't know. It's just, a lot of things are up in the air. And like I said, it's kind of, I want to say, I don't know, the best word I guess is depressing, because it's, I'm not achieving the things that I really, really want to do, but that's life. You have to prioritize things and take care of things. So What I have been doing lately is basically sitting on my ass, doing little to nothing. I have been, taking care of work and business and that sort of thing. But yeah, having a workstation that I know is there, always available to me, that I can just walk to, has been that's been a huge hit. So I need to I know that it's going to be a couple of months before I can really go back and start doing hardcore camping with the trailer. I don't want to be moving the trailer around until my hernia surgery is behind me and I've had a chance to recover from that surgery. So now I'm kind of trying to readjust my schedule, forecast what's going on, and so yeah, I don't foresee heavy duty camping. So there are things that I can do here and there, and so yeah, I'm trying to, as far as like preparing for, I guess, next season. I don't know. Even I shouldn't say season, because I can still camp in the winter and that sort of thing, but for when I do start moving the trailer around and stuff like that, there are still chores and things and improvements that I can do. So I'm not giving up on you guys. That was the final message I wanted to say. That's not it at all. Not at all. It's just that I haven't been doing those things. Like if I was gonna produce a video, it would be me sitting in a storage unit, or me sitting on my butt watching, binge watching Motor Trend television or something like that. So content is coming. It's just I needed to put it in some sort of perspective. That's why I wanted to make sure that I got this video out here. So until next time, guys, hang in there. I'll see you again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.